Activities to follow. So, some regular activities to perform will be to contact your sphere of influence regularly. Does everyone know what a sphere of influence is? Sphere of influence is the people you already know. These are your friends, your families, your neighbors. Activity calls and direct mail for new listings, for sale by owner contacts, expired listing contacts, consistent farming, delivering convincing listing presentations, holding effective open houses, attending sales meetings, and following up with every potential buyer and seller lead. For every prospect that you meet, your goal will be to get an appointment with them. For sellers, this means getting an appointment to preview their property and deliver a listing presentation. For buyers, this means an appointment to bring them into your office to perform a buyer's consultation. So, building a customer base. Building a customer base. Everybody has access to Lofty? You get access to Lofty yet? No? We got to help everyone get access to Lofty. Lofty is your CRM, your client relationship management software. You could have the fanciest CRM in the world and not outperform somebody with a pen and a notepad. It's all about how you use it. So for me, I have both, right? I have that crazy fancy CRM that I use. But I also, if you go to my desk, you'll see there's a notepad there, and it's got a line down the middle, and it says hot leads, nurture leads. And I've got probably 20, 25 hot leads over here, and I've got like 50 nurture leads. And so for you to start, you're not going to know a bunch of people that want to buy and sell real estate, right? You're brand new. You're brand new to the business. Or maybe you've been doing it for a while, but you need to build that pipeline out. So where you start, we find that probably a majority of the time, more than 50% of the time, your first deal in real estate comes from someone you already know. Family member, friend, something like that. So we call these people your sphere of influence. So if whether you're brand new or you've been in it for a while, I want you to build out your sphere of influence list. So this is going to be as simple as getting just a piece of paper or going into Lofty, whatever you want to do, as long as you do it. And you're going to follow along. And you should have this from your orientation packet. Have you done orientation yet? Tomorrow, okay. So in your orientation packet, and if you don't have it, I can send it to you, the list of questions. You're literally just going to answer these one by one. Who is your family? Who is your plumber? Who are your neighbors? Who repairs your car? Who works in your favorite restaurant? Who are your coworkers at your previous job? Who's your dentist, doctor, chiropractor? Who's an active in your parent-teacher association? Who'd you graduate high school with and college with? Who do you know from your place of worship? Who's your attorney? Who's your accountant? Who's your financial planner? This list goes on and 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 on. Your goal is to get 100 people written down. 100 people that you know or have met. You might, obviously, honestly, you get past the first 10 people and you're like, oh, I barely know these people, right? That's okay. They've met you at some point in time, so they are your sphere of influence. That is super important. This is the foundation for everything you do moving forward. Your sphere of influence is super, super, super important to the foundation of your business. I can't stress that enough. So, going more into detail on that. You've built out your client foundation list, right? You've got 100 people. Thumbs up, good job. Now what? Now what? How do we farm for leads? Well, you're going to start by drafting an announcement letter. This is as easy as getting on ChatGPT and saying, my name is Ariella. Here's what I stand for. Here's what I want to accomplish. I want to send out an announcement letter to my sphere of influence telling them that I am new to real estate. I'm super excited. I'm with Royal Realty, and I want to help 30 families this year buy a home. Write me a announcement letter that's less than 500 characters or less than 1,000 characters, whatever you want to put. And bam, now you've got yourself, it's never been easier. Now you've got yourself an announcement letter, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to send that announcement letter to every single one of those people who are on your sphere of influence list. I promise you, if you just do that, something will come from it. Something will come from it. You will at very least get a lead. probably a sale. But you're going to send that announcement letter. There's so many different ways to send it. When I first started real estate a decade ago, the ChatGPT didn't exist and social media wasn't as common. So we wrote actual letters, handwrote the letters, handwrote 100 letters, stuck my business card in there. You see Ariel's face, she's like, handwrite 100 letters. Oh my gosh, right? So you could still do that. That's fine. It's cool. But more likely your clients aren't, especially younger folks, your clients aren't probably opening up letters. You know, their parents are getting it in the mail or whatever and they're throwing it out. So social media, sending it on social media, sending it through email, sending it through text. Don't just post something on social media and go, hi, I started real estate. You actually have to send this directly to your sphere of influence. You've got to send it personally to them, right? You should do the post. You should announce it to the world because that's what promotion is, right? How are you going to tell the world that you do real estate? Promotion. So send your announcement letter out to everyone in your sphere of influence. Now, if you do this right, I'm guaranteeing you, if you do this right, you get 100 people and you do this right, you will have something. Something will come from this. But you've got to do it all, you've got to follow it all the way through. 100 people. And if you don't know 100 people, go start stopping in at businesses and talk to business owners. So 100 people, draft the announcement letter. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Got sick out of nowhere today. Draft your announcement letter, send it out, find the right medium. And here's the thing is, right, not everyone on your sphere of influence are you going to send it the same way. Because your grandpa is probably not on Instagram. So don't send your grandpa a DM on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Send him a letter in the mail. But your cousin who's 20, you know, that's social media, right? Or a phone call or a text or something. So send out the announcement letter to everyone directly. And then plan to follow up 3 to 4 days after you send that letter. This is a phone call, not a text message, a phone call. Voice to voice. The goal here is to ensure that they receive that letter or text or whatever it is you say, email, DM, and are aware of the fact that you are now a licensed real estate salesperson, and you can help them or anyone they know with all their real estate needs. If you do that, I promise you, you will get something. I promise you. Promise you. Who here is going to do that? Good. I better see all hands up, right? So try to get that done this week. Try to get that done this week. I know there's a lot going on. You know, there's going to be other cool stuff that you're going to see and go, oh, I want to do that today, you know, whatever. But that is the most important thing to you getting a deal right away. That right there, your sphere of influence. All right, so after that, what do you think these people are going to do? Let's say someone's thinking about buying, let's say someone in your sphere of influence is thinking about buying a house. What do you think they're going to do when you send them that letter? Hopefully they call you. That'd be great. But what are they, hold on, I'll give you a hint. It's right there. They're going to Google you, right? When you're thinking about going to the doctor or a dentist or whatever, you Google them for reviews, right? So they're going to Google you. And what pops up is super important, right? That is your proof. That is your proof that you are a legit professional. So there's a couple things that you guys need to do to make sure that you look legitimate. You are going to be on our website. It might take a couple weeks, but you'll eventually be on our website. But you need to go out there. You need to make a Facebook business page because that's something super, super easy that you can do for free. You need to go on there. You need to edit your Zillow profile. Another super easy thing that you can do for free. That's uploading your profile picture, having ChatGPT create you a really professional biography, and then getting familiar with Zillow and Facebook because that's where the buyers are, right? They're looking on Zillow. They're looking on Facebook. So get familiar with that stuff and build that website presence out. It says over 50% of clients use the internet to find a home, and that number keeps climbing. 50% was the number like 7 years ago. It's like 90%. It was like something ridiculous. I think it was like 92% or something. 9 out of 10 people are getting on the internet to find a house or find a realtor.
Because I don't have any personal social media or had really use for it, so I am starting literally from zero.
That's okay. You got to start somewhere, right? Build those things out. Yeah, follow me. Go follow, type in real estate, go follow a bunch of people, and just emulate people. We call it R&D, rip off and duplicate, right? Take what you like, use it for yourself. So follow some key people. I'll send you some people. Follow me. I'll send you some people that I follow, and you can literally just copy their stuff, and you don't have to do anything crazy, but you want to make sure that your presence is there. Yes. Yeah. It depends. So mine is Ian the broker, right? So anybody looking up broker, or most of my web presence is through like Zillow, Realtor.com, that kind of stuff, Facebook. But I see a lot of people, what's really common is they'll put St. Cloud Real Estate and then their name. Or they'll put, Florida Realtor and then their name. So you definitely want something to do with real estate in your username, because, for example, so the hard money lender that I've used the last probably 5 or 6 flips that I've done, I found them on Instagram. I was on Instagram, I typed in hard money lender, and the first guy that popped up is the first one I looked into. He's the first, and then I went and Googled him, and then I looked at all his reviews, and then I called him, and so on and so forth. So, and that happens to me all the time on Instagram and Facebook, is someone reaches out and like, hey, I just searched up St. Cloud Realtor. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then that, I end up doing business with them, I end up transacting. So starting from scratch is not a bad thing. Just emulate, people who are doing stuff that works. Cool, any questions there? Another thing is Zillow has this thing called Zestimates. If you haven't heard of it, they are like algorithm CMAs. Everyone knows what a CMA is, comparative market analysis. It's just an opinion of value on a home, right? It's you as a realtor, you're saying, hey, I think that house is worth $400,000. Zillow does the same thing. They use a very complex algorithm. It could be really accurate or it could be really far off. So don't rely on those. Your clients, somebody from your sphere of influence might call you and go, hey, I got your letter. I'm so excited for you. Hey, I want to sell my house. Zillow says $700,000. And you're like, oh God, it's a 3-bedroom, So don't rely on those, but Zestimates are just an estimate of price that Zillow is calculating. All right, so we've got one more thing to go through. It's a little bit longer than that. But your homework for tonight, this is going to be your most important homework of the whole week. So if you don't do anything else, do this, please. This will get you your first deal. And it'll also set you up for the rest of your career. Create your sphere of influence list, write and send out your announcement letters, and write your sales associate bio for our website. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Sphere of influence list, write and send out your announcement letter, and create your sales associate bio. Any questions about that? Pretty simple, right? It's crazy because I would say 95% of agents don't do it. It's the most simple thing you can do. And most agents, I promise you, walk around the office, say, hey, do you have your list of 100 sphere of influence? And most of them will go, very few of them are going to say, hopefully more than most places here, they'll say yes. But reality is 95, most agents aren't going to do it. So it's super important for you to do this. I really, really weigh heavy on that. All right, if you got to use a bathroom or anything like that, feel free. This one will take a little bit longer. This is, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. This is one of my favorite chapters. We'll take 5. All right? Use a bathroom, ask me questions, whatever you need to do.